here for the real fans. Like a close range putt, they tapped in. Flexing my writing pen, trying to get a win. But if I put my foot in it, I'ma shoot in. There's no pressure, feel none. I know God got my back, no front. You know he's undefeated, 1 ton. Sounds like a Chinese dumpling, no pun. Tell me what you need, my guy. More music, I got what you need, my guy. With the weapon, they coming back to back, my guy. Let you clip my wings, no that won't fly. Never playing, I'm locking in the zone. In my bag, you don't like it, carry on. Sitting next to the coach, I'm not alone. Pick the scheme and you'll see how these lines flown. Pardon me, I'm in my room making rap music. Record at home, so technically it's house music. Keep it tan fresco when I write to it. When it roam, just do how the Romans do it. That's some cold word play, yes sir. Staying on my toes, ballet, yes sir. Call me goods with a slick walk, yes sir. Ain't Rick, but that's some slick talk, yes sir. Stock going up and I need my shirt. Sounded like Chinky right there. Keep it clean, I don't curse, no sir. And that's a hand on the Bible, I swear. Oh, you riding for the cause, no I'm with ya. How could I take the bait? I'm the fisher. I can never drop the ball, I'm the pitcher. Oh, it costs to be the boss, price a killer. Al Capone is a tax that'll get ya. Still no compromising, still docking on beats. We baptizing, I'm dropping gems left and right. I'm franchising. Yeah. So warm up, something like, you know. Don't be walking around like I ain't say something. Don't act like I ain't never tell you. I keep telling you too, you lucky this beat going on. Jazz. Alright, so boom. The big coming Carlos said he had a late pregame and I could pull up on him. Tryna roll. For real? Bet. Pull up to the pregame. Yeah. Pull up to the pregame. Pull up. Pull up. Hey. Pull up to the pregame. Yeah. Pull up to the pregame. Pull up. Hey. Catch a vibe, come and meet the team. Come and kick it with your fave 3. Chop it with us, come and join the stream. Trust me, y'all, it's must see. It's a culture party if you partaking. Hottest podcast, it ain't no debating. It's ringing off cause it's so engaging. Let's keep it raw. You won't find this on no other page. This kind of talk, this kind of cloth right here is tailor-made. What up, Lo? Tryna have fun, we the plug then. It's for the people so the culture win. Need an outlet, then tap in. Come tap in. We keep it fresh with the content. We even got Bash Stop from Carolina Blitz. And Shop from P&P, they're a perfect fit. Cause what's the point of a pregame if it ain't lit? It's lit.
Welcome back to the Pregame Podcast. We lit, we live, and while y'all edit, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Vashta! What's up with you?
Where's everybody?
Where is everybody? We got to introduce them. We got to bring them in. Vashta, how you telling people what's going on? We got to bring them into the pregame. They pulling up. They here. We got to do an introduction.
Where's Shot?
Shot had an emergency. He had to take care of some business with his family, so he had a conference to attend. So it won't be, but you know what? We had to call an audible real quick.
Gotcha. My bad. You didn't tell me that.
I did text you. You don't respond though.
You didn't tell me that Shaw wasn't coming.
Oh, I didn't tell you that, but I told you somebody else was jumping in. It's okay.
Look, yeah, I got that one.
I will own it, but it's all good. Vasha, how you been? What you been up to?
Working.
I feel that we got a lot to talk about. A lot of people have been blowing me up about this. They are ready for this, but I'm excited. You know what? Sometimes when you pull up to a pregame, you got to pull up with some friends. We got some friends today to join us today. Let me start off with one. He's been on here before. We're excited to bring him back. One half of P&P. We got Dave in the building. Dave, what's up?
Dave just got off work.
You literally, well, actually, I went from work to my son's open house.
Okay. How'd that go?
I mean, you know, they love my kids, man. Teachers love my kids. They love my kids. Yeah, my daughters was yesterday, son's today. So it went really well.
All right, and then the other person we want to bring in too, Dave. First off, thank you so much for pulling up and showing out. You know, you're a great LB brother to pull up and support. You know, Shaw couldn't be here. Dave was like, I got you. So we got somebody else. This is her first time on the pregame podcast. It won't be the last time, but we got Sheena Quick in the building. Sheena, what's up with you?
What's up, y'all?
How are you? Long time no see. Not really, but you know.
I'm good. How are y'all?
Can't
doing good.
I see sun on the wall. That's cute.
Yeah, it's my baby.
Yeah, that's the one that just in college right now, right?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to the family. All right, so Dave and Sheena, let me tell you one thing that we do to start off any podcast is when we come in here to pregame. If you remember how it was back in college days, when you go to a pregame, you can't pull up empty-handed, right? You always got to have something. Now here at the pregame podcast, we don't bring anything tangible. We want to know how your week was, so we say what you pulling up with, right? So I'm gonna start off, right? This is what I'm pulling up with to the pregame. I'm pulling up with excitement, right? We took a week off last week. It's a lot that's happened these last 2 weeks. It's gonna be a very fun-filled, content-heavy type of podcast. And I'm excited to have friends who I consider family now, with Dave and Sheena coming here with Vashti and I. So I'm excited. I'm pulling up with a lot of excitement. Vashti, what you pulling up with this week? You pulling up with Sheba?
Oh, Sheba, be quiet. I'm pulling up losing money because the Panthers are not good. How about that?
That's why you gotta focus on them college sports right now.
And who pays attention to those?
Some people do.
Oh, okay.
Some people do.
Heavy. Okay.
I get it.
See what kind of energy you want.
It. It's rough in the streets, man.
I'm ready.
Okay, she ready. We're gonna get into it. Dave, what you pulling up with, my guy?
Oh God, man, it's rivalry week, man. It's Aggie Eagle week. So you know, 8th this week. That's what I'm pulling up with this week.
Okay.
Are you going to the game?
I can't. I got to be a father, and I'm taking my son doesn't know this yet, but I'm taking him to the black and gold game, the Bruins game. He likes hockey, so we're gonna go watch the Bruins play on Saturday afternoon. Get home just in time to watch A&T beat up on the Eagles this weekend.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. That's what's up. Sheena, what you pulling up with?
I'm pulling up ready to get my weekend started because I've had a tumultuous, very adventurous week. So that's what I'm pulling up with.
This is a big weekend for you, right?
It is. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes, happy early birthday. You gonna be in Vegas partying?
I will be in Vegas, definitely partying.
Good. As you
don't
should.
gamble too much. I'm telling you, they will take everything. Good for you. Good for you.
There's
enough shows and chaos.
If I lose 50 cents, I'm not having any more fun. That's it for me. I don't gamble. I can't do it.
Exactly.
I can't.
I ain't mad at you.
Good
I'm not
for
mad
you.
at you one bit. I'm not mad at you one bit. You're getting a lot of love in the chat. Everybody saying happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Happy 21st, Sheena. Happy 21st. So we're gonna get into some content. Everybody 21. Once you get past 21 or 25, because then you can rent a car. 25. So happy 25th.
No objection.
There you go. So before we get into some heavy stuff, I want to do something light to kind of kick it off. So one thing that we like to do here at the pregame podcast, we do something called starting lineup, right? And the starting lineup is always something. If you think about like sports, right? You want to have your top 5, your roster, right? You're talking about basketball. You want to have your roster, right? So something that happened last week, Frankie Beverly passed away at the young age of 77. And so I thought about it, and look, I saw y'all tweet about it. I grew up listening to Frankie Beverly, whether it was cleaning up the house or anything. So I want to hear from everyone on this panel. What are y'all's top 5 Frankie Beverly songs? Now, the way that we do it is your top 5, not the top 5. It's your top 5. And so one thing I want to say, because Sheena, they try to kill me about the pasta salad.
We will object.
With you until you didn't you say fettuccine noodles or something?
He likes macaroni salad. That is a top 3 cookout food for him. Macaroni salad.
No, I don't do cold salads.
Yes, he did.
No,
yes,
he
did.
You said pasta salad, right?
Oh, my bad. Same thing.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
All right, close enough.
It's not. It's not. No, I didn't say fettuccine noodles. I was saying sometimes you could add a little feta cheese if you want every now and then. That's what I was saying.
Whether it's macaroni salad or pasta salad, it's still not a top 3 cookout item.
When we did the
it is.
all y'all had hot food. You need something cold to. We talked.
No, you don't.
Potato salad.
Yes,
Potato salad.
I don't even eat potato salad.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we'll get into that later. We here to talk about Frankie Beverly. Frankie Beverly and the Maze. We need the top 5 songs. Now, the way that we do it is from 5 to 1. So 1 being the number 1 song for y'all. All right, from 5 to 1. What we'll do is we'll go around 5, go around 4, chat while y'all are in here. Y'all know how it goes down. If you're new to the Pregame podcast, welcome. We're live on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Make sure y'all come over to YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. I think we had like 252 subscribers, Vashti. So we doing our thing. We rolling. We slowly rolling up here. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. But y'all join in the chat too. 5 to 1. So get your Frankie Beverly songs together. Dave, you know you are a music head. What's your? We'll start off with you. What's your number 5? Number 5 song. Frankie Beverly.
I have a confession.
Okay.
There's one song that should be at the top of the heap, but we'll get to that when we get to 1. The other ones are like I could interchange them. So for number me, I'll say number 5 would be Southern Girl for me.
That's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, that's Southern Girl for me.
Let's go Vashti.
Same, actually.
This is interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what was your 5th, Dave?
Southern Girl.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go Joy and Pain.
Interesting. Okay, that's not bad. I got Southern Girl number 5 too. This is interesting. This might be the first time that we had 3 people had the same one. So I got Southern Girl on there. All right. So I see some people got Golden Time of Day, which is a good one too. But Southern Girl is my jam. So I got that number 5. Dave, number 4. Frankie Beverly.
I have Joy and Pain as 4.
Okay.
So
all right, Sheena.
Southern Girl is my 4.
Okay. All right. Vashti.
Y'all gonna cook me, and I don't even care. Before I let go.
Stop.
No.
Stop it. You can log off.
Yeah.
You can log off.
No, she don't have to log off.
Why would I log off?
Before I let go at number 4?
Absolutely
not.
Maybe the Beyonce version, but not the Frank Beverly and Maze version.
I'm just telling you what gets more rotation in this household.
That's wild. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
You know what?
Before I Let Go is an iconic, like, we're going to do the electric slide. But when you at home and you cleaning up, or I'm at home and I'm chilling, I'm riding in the car, I'm not putting on Before I Let Go. I got others that I'll go to.
We'll see. For me, Joy and Pain is my number 4. So I got out here. So Joy and Pain for me.
This is wild.
4. Yeah, no, it's wild, but this is where it gets interesting right here.
Yeah.
The next 3. So Dave, number 3, Frankie Beverly song.
Love Is the Key.
Interesting.
Love Is the Key.
Definitely not in my 5, but it's very interesting.
But that's the thing about Frank Beverly, man. He's an HBCU staple. Like, plays it all the time. Play it all the time when I was in school. So
I got to see
everybody's
him
got the
live.
perfect. Huh?
Right.
Don't do that. Fun fact, I've never got to see him live.
Okay.
There was one time where when I was staying at the Homecoming Hotel, he was the alumni performer, so I got to hear half the show.
Yeah.
But I never seen him live.
I've seen him live.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Dave,
with the accent and all, huh?
Yes.
The path. Never mind. Can't Get Over You. That's a good one too. That was close to me. Sheena, what you got? Number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Number 3 is Happy Feelings. Well, Happy Feelings.
Okay. All right. Number 3. That's okay. All right. Vashti.
Can't Get Over You.
Can't Get Over You is a jam.
Mm-hmm.
It's a jam. I was going between that and Southern Girl for number 5, honestly. But Can't Get Over You is a fire song. Number 3 for me, it was tough to go number 3, but I got Back in Stride.
Not mad at that.
That's my jam. Look, that's how you judge me. It's always me. You be judging.
Well, we just
me.
judge Vashti for not putting Before I Let Go. Put Before I Let Go at 4. So
that was nasty work. That was nasty work.
No, what's nasty about it?
It was nasty work. But I digress.
Before I Let Go is a anthem and like a cookout song. Absolutely. wedding song.
You
black staple. But I told you, when I'm around my house, we not playing Before I Let Go.
You treat Before I Let Go like Return to Mac, and I don't appreciate that.
No, well, nah. She ain't give it Return of the Mac treatment just yet.
It was on my
Return
top.
of the Mac wouldn't have been on that top 5.
Oh, absolutely not.
Not at all. Not at all. I already know that. All right, number 2, Dave.
Running Away From Me.
Okay.
Running Away From Me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sheena, number 2.
Before I Let Go.
Okay. Fast Eye.
Happy Feelings. See, me and your dad on the same page. See?
No, y'all wilding for Happy Feelings being that low, though. I'm sorry. We'll get to that later. I got a whole eulogy for that one. Cool. Number 2 for me is Before I Let Go.
Oh, wow. I'm the only one that put it at 1, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
You got number 1. Sheena, what you got number 1?
Can't Get Over You.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
All right. Fair enough. Vashti?
Golden Time of Day.
That's a good one. I mean, but it's not number 1 to me. Happy Feelings is number 1 for
Golden
sure.
Time of Day is top notch.
I listen to Happy Feelings at least once a week. No cap. Like, you know how everybody has that mood booster song? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has that song where it's like, yo, I'm having a rough day, or I just need a little pick me up. You got your song. Happy Feelings is my song.
That's fair.
Last in the car. That is my jam. All right. So that is my jam. So shout out to Frankie Beverly for that. One thing I want to say real quick before I move on and go on to the next topic here. This particular episode is sponsored by Culture and Craft, which is a new shop that's in Charlotte, Black owned, woman owned. I got my shirt on right now, Protect Black Women shirt. So if y'all want some
I didn't get one.
next year, I'll go check it out. You want one? I got you.
Thank you.
I thought it was dope. I just got it. You know, I thought it was dope, but it says Protect Black Women.
I'd love a Protect Black Women shirt.
Oh, mine says Black women deserve better. That's what mine says.
Okay, yeah.
I had something that was supposed to be. Yeah, mine said Black women deserve better.
Yeah. Black owned, woman owned. It's a fairly new shop, so make sure y'all go check it out. Culture with a K, Culture and Craft. They're on Instagram. Really, really good customer service. Really dope, and this is very comfortable fit. So you make sure y'all go check them out. Culture and Craft. But let's get back into the content. So let's go. Let's just get straight to it. Let's get straight to it. A lot has been going on with the Panthers. A lot of stuff that people have been talking about. Bryce being benched after 2 games. I want to have this conversation. I think Vashti and Sheena, you've been in the locker room this week. You get the vibes, and so I'm very curious to hear from y'all's standpoint what was going on. Dave and Shad went live on Monday. They said a lot. And a lot of people on Twitter have been going back and forth. It's a lot of people who have already calling him a bust. A lot of stuff is going on. So I have a few questions for you all. Before I get into the questions, the other questions around everything. My first question is for Vashti and Sheena. What's the vibe in the locker room? Let's start off with Vashti. What's the vibe that you're getting from the locker room this week?
Back to business.
Okay.
Basically, I mean, these decisions are out of these guys' control. If they don't agree with them, they'll never let us know openly. And so they got to roll with who the guy is. And right now the guy is Dalton. I'm not going to say the locker room feels any different. It's not I wouldn't say it's as jovial, but it's not like somber. But it's, you know, it's regular, I guess.
Which is interesting. Sheena, you have anything you want to add there?
I mean, I would agree. It's pretty regular. I mean, you have, of course, the questions are going to be like, you know, what does Andy Dalton bring to this offense? And they're very politically correct. No one's saying the wrong thing. You know, everyone's like, you know, we know what Andy brings. He's a vet. You know, we're just ready one day after another. We just need to get a win. So it's not really a somber mood. It's not a jovial mood. It's a we're 0-2 and we need to win a game type of mood to me.
Okay. All right. So my next question is what are y'all's thoughts? And Dave, I would love to hear your standpoint on this too. But what are y'all thoughts around not even presser, but like the little mini interview that Bryce had today, his response to being benched? Dave, I know you had a lot of thoughts on Monday around what was going on. A lot of people in the chat were saying he was a bust, giving up on him already. What were your thoughts, Dave, on like seeing his response today?
I think he owned it. He owned up to it, but I mean, there's already been reports saying that he was not happy about it and he was furious. But when you get benched, I'm pretty sure that's like an expectation, right? But he kind of owned up to it. I mean, the numbers show it, right? I mean, but it's tough, man. I'm not. They had to do something because you gotta be concerned about the locker room. Like you gotta be concerned about the rest of the players. Like those guys want to win. Like I know. As fans, some folks are on like tank it, get rid of like tank the ship, keep losing so we can go get better players. But that ain't how these players think, man. These guys want to win. Thielen ain't interested in going 2-15 again or 1-16 again. So
I hear you. I definitely don't agree with the tanking thing, but I definitely hear you on that. Who's at fault? Vashta, who do you think is at fault here? Would you who if you had to blame somebody or something, what is it?
Well, the organization is at fault. The organization originally failed Bryce in their handling of things. And so, the putting him behind the offensive line, limited weapons, the narrative that they created saying that, we built this team and all you got to do is plug in a quarterback and Bryce Young is that quarterback and then boom, playoffs and now you're a competitive team. The narrative was terrible. The coaching staff didn't work out. So these are all things that you need. There's no continuity. There's no stability. Those are things that a young quarterback needs. And so any quarterback, whether it's Cam Newton or Bryce Young or Tom Brady, any of those guys need those basic things to succeed, and Bryce didn't get them.
The crazy thing when you mentioned Cam, and I said this a few weeks ago on the show, as a fan base, we were spoiled by Cam because Cam did more with less, probably better than any quarterback that we've ever had. Like when you think about it from a franchise perspective, right? Like we had Jake had weapons. Jake had help. Jake had an outstanding defense, a front seven. So Jake had a lot of things, and just Jake executed with what he had.
Yeah.
Cam was freaking. He didn't have the greatest offensive line throughout his career. He had Steve Smith near the tail end of his career. And receiver wise, he kind of had to work miracles from that regard. He always had a pretty good run game, and the defense was the defense, right? So Bryce didn't have any of that, but Cam worked with what he could.
Yeah.
Like I think we, as a fan base, we've been spoiled with Cam, and I think
you're
everybody's
blaming
expecting.
the organization.
Oh God, I'm blaming one person in particular, but I should have changed.
We'll get into
that.
At
the time, I would have changed to my T-shirt, but
No, we'll get into that. But Sheena, what are your thoughts here? You've first off, shout out to you and Vashti for creating the spaces on Twitter, and I always listen in, to everybody. And it's been spicy these past couple of days with it. But I wanted to bring you on, Sheena, because I knew I was going to hear from Vashti, but I wanted to bring you on to kind of hear, because you all like provide the space for people to talk, but I would want to hear what you all think about what was going on. So what are your thoughts around this particular benching? Do you think it's right? And then who's to blame?
I understand the benching. And a lot of people say it's only 2 games in, but every snap that Bryce Young was taking, I felt like his confidence was getting lower with every snap. So it's almost like he needed to take a step back and reset. So I do agree with that. And you're 0-2, you have to get something going. I agree with Vash. That's an organizational failure. I'm going to take it a step further. Even before dropping Bryce in, David Tepper and the organization erroneously thought that because of what Steve Wilks did with what he had, that roster was ready to drop just a quarterback in. What they weren't understanding is that Steve Wilks, he basically came in on somebody else's save game from Madden and happened to be able to salvage it. Didn't have a lot of weapons, but he made do with what he did, and those guys wanted to play for him. it wasn't necessarily the roster that was in better shape. It was the coaching that was in better shape. And Vashti can attest to that locker room from Rule to Wilkes, night and day, immediately, instantaneously. When he walked into the room, he commanded the attention of everybody. And it was just a different swagger to him. And again, he brought the culture back. I know we keep saying that word. And it was wiped all away because it was assumed that, okay, well, if he could do that as an interim, then we surely must be closer to being competitive than we thought. That's when they erroneously dropped Bryce Young in there with no supporting factors. And they did to him what they did to Cam Newton. They said, you know what? You're such a great player. You don't really need any ballers around you.
Tepper even said that.
But the crazy thing is that the biggest mistake was making the decision to not roll with Wilkes after what he did.
Oh, that's different. That's what went down. That was
that's what I'm saying. That's even
so
before just dropping Bryce in, or even before who was the pick, whether it's CJ or Bryce, you have to start back there. And I know people keep saying, well, it ain't Wilkes, it ain't Wilkes. He got fired in San Francisco. Whatever. That has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. He had that team on the brink of the 17, I believe. Mm-hmm. He's the only coach that was at 500 since Ron Rivera in 2017. And so again, like, I think that he was the coaching job that he did was severely underestimated. And David Tepper said, well, if he can do that, if I can get somebody in here that call plays, then boom, we're on our way. And it was a gross miscalculation of the type of coach and the man that Steve Wilkes is and who he is in the Carolina community. So that's why I'm like, I know people are tired of hearing it, but you have to go all the way back there and start to try to unravel this stuff. We can go further back with the Cam Newton, Teddy Bridgewater, but specifically with Bryce, the failure was not in retaining Steve Wilkes and thinking that roster was something that it wasn't. It's just that he was able to extract everything he could out of it. It wasn't a great roster.
With the same players.
It wasn't a great roster. It's just that you couldn't, the same way you couldn't plug a QB in, you couldn't just plug in a head coach.
Right.
Yeah, man.
And that set Bryce back, unfortunately, an entire year.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I always wonder, and I'm gonna probably always live with this wonder, right? If he made the call to hire Wilkes, would he have traded up to 1? I don't think he would have.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I don't think so.
You already know he wouldn't have done
because
that.
The idea was, the first quarterback of the franchise and with Frank Reich being a quarterback, I think that had something to do with that. They wanted to make a splash move, and David Tepper needed another splash move in his mind to erase Matt Rule.
Let's talk about it.
He got it splashed.
Historically, Black people have had to do less with more. More with less. All right. Historically, Black people have had to do more with less, and we have done more with less. You mentioned Cam Newton. I see it with other quarterbacks in the league, Black quarterbacks. I see it with coaching. That would have been the same case with Steve Wilkes. And because we are so good at doing it, then it becomes the expectation.
Right.
Yeah. It's like when you have the one kid that automatically does everything they're supposed to do. They come home, they do their homework, they study, and you don't really need to hover. You know what I mean? They can self-manage. You don't have to micromanage them. It's almost like that's what they thought about Bryce. The same that they did to Cam. Yep. Like, he's so great. He doesn't need a lot of support.
And he showed it.
Wrong.
I mean, he was successful, but the other factor too with Bryce is that, he didn't exactly have the NFL height, weight, the NFL, measurables, so to speak. So they were banking on a lot of things to work out. So when I heard the comment of, we could just drop him and he could just make decisions and do what he got to do, I'm like,
I mean, it's not even that. We should have known that something was up when Dave Tepper got on the press conference after they drafted him, said, we don't really need that elite receivers because he's a point guard. It's like, wait a minute.
Well, they traded their receiver.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you knew that you weren't going to trade Brian Burns, you put Brian Burns in that trade and you keep DJ Moore if you knew you weren't going to pay him.
Yep. Exactly. No, I was screaming that
the whole situation.
But instead, you end up trading them a year later for a bag of Doritos and a Hawaiian punch.
Right. And the thing is, for me, it boiled down to this. I'm like, all right, you just paid DJ, you trade DJ away, so you better be ready to pay Burns. And if you're not ready to pay Burns, then why did you make the trade in the first place? And I wasn't a fan of the trade to begin with, but I was against it from the gate. I never wanted to trade up to one.
So but, I see somebody in the chat saying that the staff does not believe in Bryce. They got a different vision than the previous staff. Traded all the weapons away. I disagree. I don't think they.
Yeah, I don't
know. No, they didn't. What weapons did they trade away on offense?
The only weapon is the DJ Moore situation, but
that was before he got there.
But that wasn't his staff.
Exactly.
If this staff didn't believe in Bryce Young, they would have never been hired. Trust
that
and
is
believe.
A fact.
Because what people don't understand, and when they talk about David Tepper, reportedly, Bryce Young was David Tepper's guy, right? So if we believe the reporting, and David Tepper wants to be the smartest guy in the room, unfortunately, he's made bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. He wanted Bryce. That was his guy. So he was going to do anything to make it seem like that decision to draft Bryce was the correct one. So when he went through this hiring cycle, I'm sure that was one of the top questions. Do you believe in Bryce Young? Can you win with Bryce Young? Can you make Bryce Young a top quarterback in this league? And that's why they hired Canales with the quarterback fixer who really hasn't lived up to that.
He's a veteran fixer. I said this. He's a veteran fixer.
There you go. And that matters. That matters.
Pause on the play. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Here's the biggest thing that I wanted to say, and I waited. I didn't tweet this or anything because I wanted to wait for the pod. I still believe that he is a quarterback whisperer, and here's the reason why I feel as though that he is. When you look at that film, yes, does he still believe in Bryce? Yes. He said that Bryce is still his quarterback. Absolutely. I think he still really believes that. But when you look at the film, you see that this man is not doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's regressing. He's doing some of the things that you saw from last year. Any particular quarterback guru would save somebody from themselves. I think that's what he's doing with saying, hey, Bryce, I still believe in you. I'm going to pull you because I want you to pay attention, watch all those different things. Doesn't mean that he's not a quarterback guru. Quarterback guru is not going to just let somebody just drown. If you see him drowning, you pull out a lifeline. The lifeline right now for Bryce is being benched. You bench him, you let him showcase all of those different things, and then you get him back out here. That's happened before.
Potentially.
But it's no, not like this. Not after 18 games. Not 2 games into a season.
2 games into a season with a new coaching staff.
Every situation is different, right? But if we had to go back to history and look at what history has done, Drew Brees went through the same thing his second or third year.
He wasn't drafted number 1 overall.
It doesn't matter.
We didn't give up the house to get him.
You didn't hear what I said in the first time in terms of the context. Every context is different. What I'm saying is he was still benched because he was 1-7. He had 9 touchdowns, 11 or 12 interceptions. Then he came back the very next year. Not saying this is going to happen with Bryce, but he came back the same next year and made the Pro Bowl. What I'm saying is take a step back, learn from the veteran, get your confidence back up. This is a situation for Bryce. He's never been benched before. He's never had to deal with adversity. He's always been the best player on the team, always had really good weapons around him. Now, for me, this is the reason why I named it Ball Up Top this episode. Ball up top, you reset. You either fold or you fight right now, bro. Let's see what the kind of dog you really have. You upset, you pissed. I get it. You probably piss at yourself, but now we get to see what you really are, Bryce. Now's the time for you to step back, see the kind of dog that you got, and get your spot back. And that's what he does after this will determine everything about Bryce.
I hope that's the case. If that was the case, I would have liked Dave Canales to have said that in his press conference. And that's why I asked that question in the next press conference, whether he believed that he could be a franchise quarterback. That was the only time that he said, yes, absolutely. But then he backed up off of it as well. So I think we're assuming that Canales still believes in Bryce. But when he, in that benching press conference, he didn't say anything good about Bryce Young at all in his comments. It was, I looked at the film and Andy Dalton gives us the best opportunity to win. Now, if that were me, I could say that very same thing. But I could also say, we're going to take a step back. Like you said, it's fine. I still believe in Bryce Young as a quarterback. And I believe that Bryce Young has a bright future in this league. You don't even have to attach him to the Carolina Panthers.
Yep.
But at this time, what's best for him and what's best for this team is for him to sit and learn and for Andy Dalton to be our quarterback. We didn't get that at all. Nothing.
Yep.
And I know that Bryce Young and his camp wanted that. They were looking for that. And they didn't give it to him. So then in my mind, if I were Bryce, I think, well, this man don't believe in me.
But he had the conversations already privately. Like the conversations happened.
No, I don't think they had it privately.
Yes, they already talked about it.
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
The other caveat.
I hope they did have it like that. But if you are a head coach and you're talking about, we like Dave said, we're not talking about a second, third, fourth round pick. We are talking about a number 1 overall pick that you gave us the farm for. You say in your press conference that you still believe in that guy, whether he's playing now or not. And he didn't say that. So I don't care whether he said it privately. It needed to have been something that he said publicly.
Sheena, you were about to say something?
Yeah, I was saying I agree. I don't think that he's completely out on Bryce, but I do think that he has read the room and he knows this team needs to win a game. Namely, he needs to win a game. I don't think that his job is on the line in year 1 just because of David Tepper's track record, but he realizes 0-2, giving up 73 points, only scoring 13 points is not going to cut it. And so I think that right now he's just trying to figure out a way to get this team back on track because he continues to try Bryce out there with, to me, I think that Bryce is more, his stuff is more mental right now, more so than his physical limitations. And you can kind of see that. And I do think that it's a situation where he's kind of saving him from himself. I don't think that this is the last we'll see of Bryce Young. I think he'll play more snaps of Carolina football. I agree, Vashti, he could have given some type of reassurance in that presser, especially since all eyes everywhere across the nation are on him. I don't know if that's just part of still being a young coach and not being as media savvy just yet and saying the right things just yet. Because as the OC at Tampa Bay, he wasn't asked those types of questions and he wasn't given this type of attention, especially with, a benching 2 games into Bryce's second year. But I do think it's a case more so of him saving Bryce from himself and just trying to get in the win column. Like this team has a ton of issues. They just need to win 1 game, at least. I'm not saying 1 game for the season, but they need a win desperately.
I told Sheena today, Bryce Young is going to start again. And I think he's going to start again this year.
Yes.
I told her the exact game that I thought he was going to start, but I'm not going to tell you guys that. Because y'all are going to hold me to it, and I don't have time for y'all's foolishness.
After offline, because I'm very curious, because I have my thought too, and I want to make sure we are aligned here.
I'm telling you, Andy is going to be decent. Andy's going to be decent. Andy is not going to be benched. Bryce's return is going to be one of those things where it has to happen. Yes. And he's going to be so mad. I'm telling you, there's a time in every person's life where it shapes them, right?
Yes.
Bryce has not had that awakening yet. This is his awakening. The dog and the fire is being groomed. It's being stoked. Okay. And I'm telling you, that puppy dog that y'all see, he's shedding that away. He's shedding that away because now he's learning, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. I'll show you. I'm telling you.
He's never been in this position before.
Ever.
He's never been
in this position before. Never been on a team this bad and then never had to fight for a starting spot.
Always being good at something and then being benched and everybody's talking about it. And they bringing up your personal life too. Oh,
I wasn't even gonna say nothing.
It's coming. I'm telling y'all, it's coming.
Yeah. This is definitely the beginning of his villain origin story for sure.
This is and I need the villain. I need the villain.
I love every bit of it. I want to see that anger, like that Bryce that was like, yo, this is my ish. Like that Alabama Bryce, that Bama Bryce. That's what I need to see.
That's what I said. I said Bama Bryce needs to make a return.
yo, back against the wall. He got to either fold or you fight. Sheena, I know you got to go.
I do.
I know it's past time, but I appreciate you. We got to bring you back on sometime. You just let me know whenever you're free.
Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely, we appreciate you. We'll see you again. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go into next. Y'all have anything else? Any last minute things before we go into another topic?
I'm
ahead, Dave.
I'm fascinated to see what the Bryce Young experience is going to be if he gets back.
Do you think he starts again for the Panthers?
I don't think so. I'll be honest.
Really?
I think so. I think so. I think so.
I know this was
Kool-Aid Vashta, but I think so.
I know this is Tepper's guy. This is who he wanted, and that's what the speculation is, right? But I don't think so, man. Because it's about the balance of what the expectation is of Canales, right? Like, you don't make a brash decision, like you don't get pushed for a decision like this if you don't think he has an opportunity to win with Dalton. Like, I understand that he played bad, but this is the guy that they gave up the farm for. So it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out from that perspective. I don't think so, man.
Y'all were just killing me because I use a Drew Brees example because Drew Brees was 32nd overall. And Bryce number 1. You don't think he's gonna start again after all that they gave up?
I don't, man. And because the biggest concern I have, and I'm gonna be honest with you, the biggest concern I have is how, like, we're looking to see how he's going to handle this, right?
Exactly.
So the biggest concern I have is that if he gets to the point where he feels like this ain't right, he might actually get traded. He ain't gonna get traded. Initially, I was like, don't be surprised if he gets traded by the deadline. And it was like,
no
responses I got. And I don't expect it, but you don't know how that's gonna turn. Like, we ain't even seen how he's gonna be when he's on the bench.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll be fine. I'm not giving up on the kid. I'm not giving up
on him, but it's not whether or not I give up on him.
Yeah.
It's if the team did. It's not on whether or not I've given up on him. That ain't got, because it's that decision. To make a decision to sit somebody with what you gave up to get him.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
I think any kid, like, any quarterback whisperer is going to save somebody from themselves, and that's what he's doing. So let's go.
I'm glad you believe he does quarterback whisperer. I have no evidence to prove
I said it on Monday. If it ain't a vet, because if Andy starts playing out of his mind again,
we'll see.
If it ain't a vet, we got a while before Bryce is the vet.
He's still 30, and Andy is 36, bruh. Andy our age, basically. He's not the long-term option.
No, not at all.
And they know it.
Give him some time. Look, I can't wait to come back to this conversation when everything happens.
Carlo, what happened to that Kool-Aid you and Shad was drinking?
Good. I'm glad you.
Because I told y'all I didn't want any of that Kool-Aid that y'all had.
I told y'all.
I told y'all I didn't want any of that Kool-Aid that y'all were drinking. Y'all tried to push that cyanide on me, and I said no. I don't want it.
I did.
And look what happened.
I eat crow.
I told y'all. I
own it. But
him and Shad both like, oh, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I said, okay.
I said sipping. We're sipping the Kool-Aid.
No, y'all were drinking.
No, I was sipping. Here's the thing, though. It's up. We're 0-2. We don't look great by any means, right? I'm not saying it's a lot of. It's some good teams who are still 0-2 too, right? There's 0-2.
We're not them.
We're not them.
Exactly.
Let me finish. I'm breaking it down, Dave. I'm breaking it down.
I'm sorry, bro.
We are not them. We are not them. So I put the Kool-Aid in the refrigerator. All right. Put
you better pour it out. You better pour it out and make some new Kool-Aid. No.
Different flavor and all.
Yeah.
No, it's still processed blue. I put it in the refrigerator. I'm not sipping on it right now. I need to see a little better. But I need to see better overall team play. But we'll get into predictions if we have time, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what week 3 brings. Let's go into something else. Did y'all see Unc He had a IG live situation that happened last week, went viral.
Mm-hmm.
Bash, did you hear about this?
How you doing, Shannon? How you doing? You not fooling me, boo. Okay? I know you trying to beat the allegations. Okay? But how you doing?
Wow.
Cut it out, Shannon. Okay? The allegations are still there. Nobody's trying to hear that old nasty stuff that you was doing and then gonna play it up. It was so disgusting. Even the way they, oh my gosh, him and Chad. But you know what? That was my first thought. Oh, Shannon trying to beat the allegations. And I posted it on Instagram where I do a little bit more than I do on my Twitter.
You do.
And I watched his live.
I did
a
too.
snippet of it, right? And I was like, And when he brought up the allegations, I said, oh, yes. That's why he did that. That's what it is. Let me tell you what. If it ain't the truth, you don't bring it up at all. Oh, Cat Williams called me and said, oh, they can't say such and such and such about you anymore. Okay, Shannon. I got you. How you doing?
How
you doing?
Hey, yo. Was it staged? What Dave, was it staged, bro?
Dave.
Was it staged?
I hope not.
Dave, have you ever gone live on any platform?
You get a lot of notifications.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of notifications before you hit live.
And there are a lot of steps, right? You're not throwing your phone down and you going live on Instagram. Let's stop with the foolery.
And look, can we keep it a buck?
I thought that's what I just did.
You did, Vashti. I just wanted to make sure before I say what I'm about to say. Any guy, if you're doing whatever, anybody, if you're fellowshipping with someone, you definitely make sure before, like, hey, look, make sure everything is good, because you don't want to butt dial anybody or any of that. You come on now. We grown. We know what we're doing.
How you doing?
Hey, look, bruh. But this man is literally profiting from his situation. This man, like, if you really didn't stage, like, if I did something like that and I didn't mean to, it's no way that I'm going to come on out of my embarrassment and then make t-shirts, do a roast, all those different things. Like, this man is literally making money off of this situation.
This is right. This is straight out of the Kim Kardashian book of relevancy. And
it's so effective, and it remains effective.
So very effective, right? Because this country always falls for the okie doke and sex sales.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said before, how you doing, Shannon?
So you still agree? You still believe that those
Chad, please. I still believe what? The allegations?
I didn't say nothing. I just said.
Okay, let me tell you what. I don't know if the allegations are true or not. And I don't have any problem with it, whether it's true or not.
How you doing?
However, like, be true to yourself and be true to us. Hey. I just say, I always say, if I have to question, there's no question. I have questions. And like I said, if somebody were to say, oh, Vashti, you are unprofessional. You're like, if somebody were to say something that completely isn't like me, I'm not going to address it, because it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have given it, but when he mentioned it on that podcast or on that, I said, okay.
Yeah. They did an emergency podcast, boy.
Yeah,
it wasn't an emergency. It was all planned.
And the thing is, everybody's like, well, he's gonna lose a job at ESPN. I was like, no, he's not. He bring them ratings. He ain't Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce didn't bring no ratings.
Right.
Exactly. Speaking of all planned, Arrested Development.
Oh,
and man, Diddy got arrested on Tuesday. Supposed to be a Wednesday.
Did you come up with that, Carlo?
I did. You don't like it? Or was it good? Which one?
I'm like, it's so bad, it's really good.
Exactly. That's how I was going
Yes,
for.
it's so bad, it's really good. Kudos.
It's so bad, but it's really good. That's how I was going.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I wasn't. It's so bad, it's good. That's how I was going for because this situation is so bad. So I was like, let me see. I was trying to think like, what do I want to name this thing? So I thought like, that came out last minute, boy. But my question around that, we didn't got to go into like all the details. I do have some for those who have been living under a rock and did not know what was going on with Diddy. He got arrested on Tuesday at a hotel in New York. He got charged with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. They found a lot. They found a lot of AR-15s. They found a lot of baby oil. I heard it was Deleon baby oil.
The baby oil. The baby oil.
Count
bottles?
The question I have is, did they count the bottles to get to 1,000?
1,000? I don't know. I feel like they looked at it and said it looked like 1,000. I don't know.
Yeah. Like you out here, that's like a very even number to just be like, he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
That much baby oil. I don't understand why you got that much baby oil.
Baby oil is wild. Yeah.
The other thing is, and Dave, I'll let you go. I'm sorry, bro. The other thing is like, why do they name these situations freak offs?
That's what he called them.
That's wild. And if you know, Hollywood's been quiet this week. They've been quiet. But that's not the questions I got for you all. My question is, when R. Kelly got arrested, charged, sent to prison, a lot of people canceled his music. Should we cancel Diddy's music catalog?
Here's the thing. And you know I'm a hip hop head.
I know you are.
I think folks really sleep on his R&B bag. They sleep on his R&B bag. Now that being said, how far are we gonna go here? First thing I did, well, he was pretty much about to go out the paint anyway. But the first thing I did when they picked him up, I went to Life After Death and Ready to Die and grabbed my favorite songs. And I said, who produced these? I come back to say, I think I'm in the clear. Biggie might be safe in some aspects. But a lot of these guys, yeah, man, I think he done, bro. I don't think I'm gonna be able to play some of this stuff. I didn't really play too much. I wasn't the biggest Diddy fan before all this stuff happened anyway.
Yeah.
Like I was cool with some of the rappers that he signed, but like Big, obviously, right? But yeah, this is I think I'm done with the
Diddy. So you canceling the rest of the
I'm done. Yeah,
I'm done. What about you?
I feel I think I have a Diddy song on one of my playlists, and it gives me pause when it's played. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I'm going to never listen to a Diddy song because I ain't even gonna front. Every now and then.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. I know you about to go. So
I'm not gonna say I'm not going to say never. I'll put it like that.
Are you the type of fan of music that you can separate the artist from the art?
No,
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I can't completely do that though. I can't because I think it matters. Like
yeah.
So I can't completely separate it, but
certain songs.
Like so, I'm not like normally. Vashti might put together a R. Kelly playlist because the dude has hits, right? I'm not gonna do that. If I play something by him or if it comes on, I may or may not skip it. It really just depends
on your mood. And that we talked about this,
but I'm not going out of my way to play R. Kelly.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
And the thing is, I didn't exactly like pull up Diddy either, right? Like the only things that would be Diddy adjacent would be his production.
Oh,
but did he really produce or did he put his name on everything?
He put his
That's
money.
The thing too. That's the one thing I know is when I looked at the Ready to Die credits.
Yeah.
If Combs was first, then scratch him off. But if he was last,
but it's different too though. Like,
I'm letting it fly.
Yeah, if his voice is not on the song, like then we good. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what
I mean, it's the same thing when the whole stuff was going on with Cosby, like, right? The Cosby Show was so important. A Different World was so important, right? For us.
Yes.
Right? You telling me folks stop watching those shows?
I mean, some people did. That's the thing. Like that's why I asked the question. Some people do, bro. Some people do. That's the thing.
Yeah, and they do.
That's tough because it's tough because the Cosby Show brought so much. It was such an example of Black excellency, HBCUs, life lessons. It's also a timestamp for that time period that people might not get. Like there weren't a ton of Black sitcoms with that type of
a lot of times the stereotypes. There's always stereotypes back then. It still was for a long time.
A Black father in the household.
Show didn't have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's tough that had to be canceled with him because like that's definitely a show. I always go to sleep to like old sitcoms because it relaxes me, I guess. And that would be one that I would go to sleep to.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, the thing with Diddy, Diddy didn't exactly have like feel good songs, so to speak. He had hits. He had some songs. I mean, he arguably had one of the greatest rappers ever on his label, right?
Yeah.
So, but even his content wasn't exactly Cosby-like, is the best way to put it, right?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's easy to get some songs out the paint. For me, it's easy to get an artist out the paint. Like I said, but the most difficult thing for most folks is gonna be more about the R&B for him than the rap.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with the trial and all those different things. He was denied bail. We'll see what happens. Rapid fire real quick, and then we'll go into some predictions, and we're done for tonight. Tua got another concussion. It was another bad concussion. I don't know why his concussion seems so much more severe than other concussions that I've seen. It's
the irony of it being Damar Hamlin.
That's get out my head, Dave. Like, yes, the irony of that. But my question for you all is, should Tua retire? If you are a family member, if you are a friend, what would you say to Tua after his third concussion in 2 years? Let's start with Vashti.
I wouldn't say anything. That's his decision to make. That's tough. That's a tough decision to make. And I've seen players have adverse effects long term when it comes to this football stuff. And I'll ask them, would you change it? I've never had anybody say yes. They would not change it. Now, as if I were his mother or his girlfriend or his wife, I don't know his situation. It would be tough. I would say I would say how I felt about it, but I would not encourage a decision either way because I don't also want him to I would not want him to resent me for the decision if he does it based on what I want. You get what I mean? I feel like a decision of that magnitude, giving up your career, your passion, your love, that's something a man has to make for himself. It's not my place to tell him what to do.
I respect
or even
that.
To say what I think he should do.
Well said. Because at first when you started, I was like, wait a minute, but I get where you're coming from.
I respect the Vashti.
Yeah.
Look, man.
I know what you're gonna say, Dave.
What we know about concussions, man, it is his call, but I think he should. Because that hit was not like
it wasn't violent.
It wasn't. He ran into him.
Yes, and he closed his eyes. That's his thing. He closed his eyes, so he didn't see the hit coming. That's what messed him up.
Yeah, so like I think he should consider it. I think he should hang it up. He just got this new contract,
$170 million guaranteed.
Yeah, like, but like you said, Vasta, I've asked players, I've asked other players, I've asked Smitty, he wouldn't change a thing.
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
None of them would change a
None
thing.
of them.
I mean,
I have a friend who's an offensive lineman, and he would tell me. He was like, well, the life expectancy for offensive linemen is like 50, late 50s. He said, I'll probably be dead by that time. I said, what? And crazy, I said, well, knowing that, would you have made a different decision? No. Those were the best years of their lives.
Yeah.
Like, and they wouldn't change
scary, man. Yeah, no, I get it. That's scary. But look, I'm on the Marshawn Lynch, man. Take care of your chicken, protect the chickens, take care of your mental, bro. Like you got your money, bro. Like it's guaranteed. And if I don't know, like I have, friends of the family who I know have gone through different things and going through like CTE and all these different things. And man, like just seeing like how I don't know, like it's just I would if he asked for my advice, then I would give it. Right. I'll be real with him, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to give advice. But if he came to me and say, yo, bro, like what do you think? Take care of your family, bro. Like you got young kids and a wife. And if like one thing, your brain is nothing you can play with. You know what I'm saying?
It's for me, it's about it's about that, right?
Yeah.
The wife and the kids, right?
Yeah.
You want to be able to do everything with them. And he has an opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
And so I just think that I see he's going to continue playing. I think reports are he already said he's going to continue to play.
Y'all think he's going to continue?
He said he was going to.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
he did?
Yeah, he doesn't want to quit. He went to some neurologists and talked about it. I think he will continue.
He's going to continue.
But let's do a rapid fire real quick. I want your week 3 week 3 predictions. Vashti, is your favorite part, right?
How did I do first week?
I didn't even finish. I haven't even looked at first week yet. I need to finish. You did all right. I think we did okay. Not great. I got to go back. I should have had those together, but I did not have those together. I will go next week. I will come back with your week 1 because we skipped week 2 because I was busy. I'll have your week 1 predictions. We'll go to week 3, but we'll do this real quick. Preston, what's good, my boy? He's in here just showing love. Appreciate you pulling up to the pregame. Shout out to Preston.
Hey, Preston.
Preston, we need you again. We need you again soon, man. I got an idea in December for like a holiday thing, but we'll talk. We'll talk. All right, so let's go. Week 3 predictions. Boom. We got Patriots at Jets. Dave, what you got?
Shout out to Gerard Mayo, man. He is coaching. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
It's at the Jets, if I recall, correct?
It's at the Jets. Everybody, I got it in order, so it's at the Jets. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna take the Jets in a close one. I think they'll win by a field goal. But Gerard is coaching. Coaching.
Vashti?
I'm going with the Jets as well.
I am
Since
too.
I have to do these.
Yes, Vashti, we getting you out your comfort zone. All right. I got Jets too. All right. Chargers at Steelers. Dave.
Give me the LA Chargers here.
Okay. Vashti.
I don't think LA went back to the West Coast after
they did not. They're still in Charlotte. Ain't that something?
Yep, they stayed. That's why I'm taking them.
Oh. I'm going with Pittsburgh.
I think I'm going with Pittsburgh too. I think that they got some film on them. The Pittsburgh defense is not terrible. I think I got Pittsburgh. It's gonna be a close game.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
It's gonna be very close. Texans, Vikings. Dave.
Vikings. The Sam Darnold show continues.
Okay. Vashti.
Same.
I disagree. I got Texans.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. I said that the Vikings were going to make the playoffs this year with Sam Darnold. I'm standing by what I said.
I don't know what I think. Justin Jefferson, he might have practiced this week, but I got the Texans on this one.
They got other receivers. Don't get it twisted. This is the best. This is the best time. They got other receivers outside of San Fran, outside of the 49ers when he was on the bench. This is the best time he's ever played around.
Yeah, Texans got receivers too.
Yeah,
but I got Texans on this one.
Vikings defense did pretty good though.
That is true.
Vikings defense did
Eagles, Saints. Dave. It's a tough one. This is a tough one.
The Saints are better than what I thought they were going to be.
They are
way better than what I thought they were going to be.
A lot of people thought.
Oh my God, that's hard, man. Give me the Eagles. Eagles gonna bounce back.
You gotta go with your gut. There you go, Dave. Go with your gut.
Yeah, give me the Eagles.
Same.
Eagles. Yeah, I got Eagles. I think the Saints had a good run. I think that they're
good. They look good, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like when they mollywop Carolina, I was like, that's a fluke. And then I saw what they did. I was like, oh yeah, they're legit. They're good.
But the Eagles lose to the Falcons. I think they got something to prove. So I got the Eagles.
Yeah, that's why. Because they had no business losing that game.
Right. So Broncos at Bucks. Dave.
Bucks easily.
Okay. Vashti?
Bucks.
I got Bucks too. Broncos are terrible right now. That's saying a lot as a Panthers fan, but they're terrible. All right. Green Bay at Tennessee. Dave.
The Packers at Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Jordan Love playing? Or I know he was.
Jordan Love practiced today, so he's on pace to play.
He's probably gonna play.
I mean, they won without him last week.
Yeah, you got Dave.
They won without him last week. They
Yeah,
won
I
with Malik
know.
Willis.
I know.
Yeah, so you got Dave. You pick Dave?
Oh, the Packers.
He said the Packers.
Packers of Green Bay.
Okay,
Packers of Green Bay.
All right, cool.
Come back to me in a minute.
Wow.
Fair enough. I got Green Bay. I think Green Bay has too much talent around. Will Levis is doing some crazy things. We over here complaining about Bryce Young. Will Levis been out here doing some crazy stuff. This man had to change his whole number because he got threats on his fans. Got his number. It was threatening him via text.
Are you serious?
Yes, that happened today. I saw it online. Green Bay.
Oh, Green Bay. I forgot about Levis.
Exactly. You forgot about Mr. Mayonnaise in the coffee. All right, so let's go. Giants, Browns, Dave.
Ooh.
Oh, are we doing all these games?
Yeah, we doing all the games.
Cleveland. What are we talking about?
Okay. All right, Vashti.
Cleveland,
same. Nothing else to be said. Even though a lot of people been getting on Brian Burns, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, because he hasn't been playing well.
Yeah,
our Giants fans.
No, he has.
Oh no, he has
0 sacks and maybe like 8 tackles.
They want him out of there already. They want him gone already. They want him gone already. I've been in. I do a show with the Giants fan for MD that covers HBCU sports and culture.
I mean,
and let me tell you something.
It's been 2
They
games.
want my man went through 100 years political history of the New York Giants and the fact that they never keep black quarterbacks because they could have gotten somebody other than Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole other conversation.
Whole other conversation. Bears at Colts, Dave.
Indy.
All right, Vashti.
same.
Yeah, Caleb. Yeah, I got Indy too. I got Indy on this one. All right, Dave. Dolphins at Seattle.
Seahawks.
Ooh,
easily.
I get it though. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I forgot about the Tua situation. Vashti.
Same.
Yeah, Seahawks. Balling. Yeah, Seahawks balling. So I got Seahawks. I don't think Skylar Thompson's gonna get it done. All right, Baltimore at Cowboys. This is gonna be a very, very interesting game.
Is this Sunday night?
Ooh,
that's a 425. I think that's a 425 game, I believe.
Let me look. That is a 420. That's a 405. No, it's not. Let me see.
Oh, it is. Is it Sunday night?
No. Sunday night is the Chiefs Falcons game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I just
the Ravens Cowboys
425.
Yeah, 425. Ravens Cowboys. Dave.
Lamar, give me the Ravens.
All right, they're 0-2. So this is interesting.
I know. I'm fully aware. They got to get their first win sometime.
There you go.
They're not going 0-3, man. That would be wild.
All right, Vashti.
I'm gonna go with the team I want to win, so I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
See, I agree. I'm going with the team
I don't necessarily believe they will win, but that's what I want.
I don't like the Cowboys. You know, I'm always going to go against them unless they're playing a trash team. I got Baltimore. I think they're going to get their win. I think Cowboys might have got exposed by the Saints. We'll see. Baltimore. Lions, Cardinals. Dave.
The Dan Campbells. Give me the Lions.
All right. Vashti.
Give me the Cardinals.
Give me the Cardinals too.
I like how they've been playing. I ain't gonna hold you.
Give me the Cardinals.
Give me the Cardinals.
There's a lot of Aggie bias with that pick. The GM of the Lions is an Aggie. I went to school with him, so there's a lot of Aggie.
Okay. Dave.
Detroit can beat.
Your name need to be Mr. Aggie.
That trust me, depending on you ask.
Do they know how much you rep your school? I know you give back and everything.
There's one person that's probably got me beat, and he's a comp sci major too. He's much older than me as well.
This man got a whole scholarship in his name. All right, Chiefs, Falcons. Dave.
The Mahomes.
There we go. Vashti.
Chiefs, for sure.
I got the Chiefs. All right, last 4 games. Here we go. Jags, Bills. Dave.
Bills.
Vashti.
Bills.
I got the Jags on this one. I think it's gonna be upset.
Wow.
In Buffalo?
Yep.
Yeah, not in Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah. The Bills have been skit like they've been winning, but they've been skit by the skin of their teeth, and there's been a lot. I think Jags have not been winning.
Josh
but I
Allen
feel
still
like
plays for the Jags, right? I think he still does.
Who?
He's been giving the Bills
Yes,
fits.
yes,
The pat,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
He's been giving.
yeah.
I'm talking about the pass rusher, by the way.
He goes Josh Hines Allen. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Jags on this one. Commanders, Bengals, Dave.
Give me Cincinnati. That's right.
Okay.
I like the Cincinnati. I like how Washington's looking, man. I really do.
Okay.
Give me Cincinnati.
Vashti.
Cincinnati.
I got Cincy as well. Commanders are straight. I like Jaden Daniels so far, but Bengals gonna get it done. San Fran at LA. This should be. Well, I ain't gonna say nothing. Dave, what you got?
There's a lot of injured people. There's a lot of players injured in this game, man. But it's the 49ers gonna win this.
Okay. Vashti.
I'm picking LA.
Wow. That's interesting.
I feel like it's a lot of injured people, but it's more injured people in LA than San Fran. I got San Fran.
A lot of folks hurt.
I got San Fran, man. Cooper Kupp and all of them done. Puka Nacua hurt.
Their top two wide receivers is out right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I got San Fran.
It's wow.
All right. Last one.
Oh, Jesus.
Panthers, Raiders.
Why are we even doing this?
Because they're still a team, Vashti. And I don't think you picked last week, but you got to pick this week. Dave, who you got?
I'll put this stat out here. Andy Dalton is 4-0 against the Raiders, but I'm still picking the Raiders.
Okay. That's a crazy part. That's so crazy.
I'm just listen. You got to show me. I'm not picking Carolina against. I see hope. Haven't seen hope yet. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be close.
Sheesh.
But
okay.
No.
All right, Vashti.
You already know.
All right.
It's not the Panthers.
I know. So
bang, bang, bang.
So this might be the last time that I pick these people.
Bruh, Lord.
Listen. Vashti, this might be the last time, and it's the only reason is because of the fact that we got some energy around a new quarterback, veteran quarterback. He's 4-0 against the Raiders. Now, this is not the Antonio Pierce Raiders he went against, but only if we can contain, which I don't know if we will, Max Crosby. I feel like the defense is Gardner Minshew at the quarterback position. They beat the Ravens. Cool.
Our defense.
Our defense.
The defense ain't even in. The defense is terrible.
It's a close game, but I got the Panthers on this one. This might be the last time I pick them all week.
When I stopped picking the Panthers?
When?
After week 1. That's when I
got the Panthers, man. Look, I ain't sipping on a Kool-Aid, but I got them.
Why do you have the Panthers?
I don't know. I just got
He ain't dumped the Kool-Aid yet, Vashti.
What have they done?
Nothing.
I will say this. I think the Panthers are going to put in more fight than they have all year.
Exactly.
But I still think the Raiders are going to win this game. I think Andy Dalton going there is going to. I think we're going to actually have a decent offense. Not great, but I want to remind folks one more time.
We'll see
that Dave Canales had a bottom 10 offense with the Bucs the previous year. I just want to remind people of this.
We will see.
But he's the quarterback guru, right?
Yeah, I just want to. I said that when he was a top candidate too, and I got attacked. I just want to remind people of this.
I told y'all why, as a quarterback guru, what you do. You save people from themselves, especially from a young quarterback.
I just don't know if the quarterback guru title is warranted.
If Dalton
He's not self-proclaimed as a quarterback guru. That's what everybody gave him. He has never come out and said.
You don't think when he went in that interview, he didn't say, "Look what I did with these quarterbacks of David Tepper"?
Absolutely,
it's a difference between "Look at what I did" and saying "I'm a quarterback guru."
But my point is, But the thing is, that's the big thing that got him that job.
That's it.
He turned Geno Smith's career around to the point where they said, "We don't need Russ no more."
I agree with you. 100%.
Was it all Dave Canales?
No, but it did help with that. What was?
But then Baker, you got to give Baker some credit. You got to give him some credit to Baker at least. And we saw what we could do with Baker here.
Yeah.
Baker also had one of the best receivers in NFL history.
Yes. Very
That
true.
helps.
Like, come on, y'all.
Yes.
Two of them, actually.
Yeah, God was good
One
too.
surefire. I mean, we already know what he did with what did to the Panthers.
Oh,
Two questionably.
No, God was legit. I like Godwin.
So I'm saying their top two receivers are better than anybody on the Panthers receive. Like most, like, bro.
I mean, DJ Moore. I would probably put DJ Moore and Godwin be a debate, right? Because he did have DJ Moore. DJ
potentially.
That's a debate.
Godwin, with injuries and stuff, Godwin missed a lot of time. But here's the thing. Yes, he did talk to Tepper. I think it was a big boy move to come up to Tepper and say, look, I'm not saying that Bryce is done, but this is how I can save Bryce from himself. I want to put him back, do X, Y, and Z, get his confidence up. We'll bring him back out there. And then Dave was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I think, yes, Dave was in part of it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And we didn't talk about it. And I didn't say it during the segment, but I think Tepper made this call, and I'm standing by that.
So, bro.
I think Tepper made this call, bro. I really do.
Bro. I don't.
I think
that's where we disagree, bro. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't think
I
so,
think
bro.
he signed off on it. But there are other media people who think he made this call. I think Dan made the call. I think Dan would have made the call sooner than Dave. Dave Pep or Dave Canales.
I probably
Dan might have been like, bro, what are you doing?
Bro, at the end of the day, as a coach, you got to save that locker room. You're here to win games. You're not here to. It's not the Carolina Bryce Young. It's the Carolina Panthers. You got to save that locker room. You got to win games.
It's just hard for me to think that because it's from and the reason why I say this, I go off of previous actions, right? Tepper has a history of lack of patience. He's had a history of it across the board, whether it's warranted or not, right? And so that's why I think Tepper made the call. Like this is classic Tepper. And then of course he announces the Metallica concert today too. So
hey yo, he here for concerts.
Look, man, we're gonna have man, Bank of America Stadium's gonna have more concerts than wins this year.
Nah, facts. It's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, the money is still green. Tepper's still making it.
No, that's a fact.
That's what it's all about. It's at the end of the day, it's about the bottom dollar. Dave, man, I appreciate you pulling up, man. I hope you enjoyed tonight, man. Shout out to Sheena. I know she had to leave, but shout out to Sheena for pulling up. This has been a fun podcast. I appreciate you all coming out. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, and subscribe. We were on the way to 300. Then from 500, we're trying to keep this podcast moving. Dave, you already know, man, you are not a friend of the show. You're a family, man. So anytime you want to pull up, you just let us know, brother. But thank y'all for pulling up on us.
Pull up on me. Pull up on me.
We out of here, y'all. Peace. All right. Appreciate y'all.